Hello, everyone. Okay, it is coming this week, and we want you to be prepared for what's about to happen. Yes, it's pretty big. It only happens once or twice a year, and you have got to be prepared. If you're not prepared, you're going to totally miss it. What am I talking about? I am talking about the Thanksgiving sales. Yes, I have been talking about this for 2 months now since I've been back. Thanksgiving is probably the number one way to save on your groceries. I mean, you really can't get prices a lot cheaper than this. Now, I live in Wyoming, and my grocery prices don't even compare to a lot of places, even Canadians. We're doing Saturday's grocery audit out of Toronto, Canada. Oh my goodness, her groceries are half of what they are. 10% to half of what they are here in the United States. I mean, she pays pennies compared to what we do for food. And so I really live in one of the more expensive places, but I am ready. I am in my stockpile room getting ready to stock up this week because it is going to hit all of the grocery sales. Now, the big one, if you guys have questions or comments, please put them in the description below and I will have Mike send them to me and answer them. But the big one, of course, is the turkey and hams. So you can see right there, turkey, 97 cents a pound. I know that that's expensive compared to a lot of places in town or in the United States. Several people have already emailed me and texted me and said, my turkeys are 49 cents. My turkeys are 69 cents. What's the matter?
Wish I put the light in.
And so they're really, turkey is probably the cheapest deal you can get on meat aside from eating beans. Really. I mean, it is just so delicious. We, for my other YouTube channel, Super Easy Recipes, on Saturday, I'm making an entire Thanksgiving dinner. So I made that yesterday to film it. And I'm not kidding. I probably got 30 servings, maybe 40, 30 servings out of that turkey. It's let me do the math here real quick because I now that I think about it. So it was a 20-pound turkey minus half of that for bones, let's say. So that's a 10-pound turkey divided by 3 ounces of meat per serving. So that is 10 pounds divided by 3 ounces is that right? 33 servings, I think. Is that right?
I didn't hear what you said.
If I take 10 pounds divided by 3 ounces, is that 33 servings, I think?
10 pounds.
1, 2, 3. No, that's not. That can't be right.
A pound is 16 ounces, right?
Yeah.
So that's 160 ounces divided by how many? 3?
Oh,
53
servings. Sorry, Mike's my mathematician. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you being my math brain for me.
Oh, thank you.
So 53 servings of turkey for $10, or I mean for $17 because it was 97 cents. So 17 divided by 53, that is 30 cents a serving for meat. Really, you can't get cheaper than that aside from beans. So that's a really good deal. Now, the other things to stock up on right now are, of course, apples are on sale. Now, this here is not a good price, but a lot of places will have them for 69 to 89 cents a pound. Butter. Oh my goodness, butter has gone up crazy, up to $7 for a pound here. No way. I'm going to buy margarine for $1.38 before I'll pay $7 for butter. So when it goes on sale, probably my other grocery store will have it for $2.50 next week. Sodas at Kroger were $4 a case. For all you soda drinkers out there watching my grocery audits, stock up this week and next week on your sodas. I know you're not going to give them up. So if you're not going to give them up, at least only buy them on sale. I never, ever, ever buy 12 packs of soda unless they are on sale for the holidays. Which holidays? Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, Memorial Day, and Labor Day, and 4th of July. So you got 6 times a year you can get soda at rock bottom prices. So I just get 2 to 3 months worth at a time, and that's how we stock up. Now, we don't drink a lot of soda here, but I do have it on hand for special occasions. Now, the other thing that they're going to have is right here, hams. Okay, $1.49. Now, that's not a very good deal either. I have hams all the time for 89 cents here. So I'm just showing you, though, in my ad that they're starting to go on sale. So I'm anticipating next week that they're going to be even cheaper. Eggs is another one. Your mandarin oranges, if you put those mandarin oranges in lunches, grab several bags of those, store them in the refrigerator, and they will last longer. That'll probably get you through January at least. And then your Jell-Os and your flour and your sugar, your cream cheese. All of these are on, and your cereals, your Chex Mixes, your what was the other one? I just lost it. I had it on here. Oh, your Cool Whips and those kinds of things. If you like Cool Whip, or if you prefer whipped cream, that's a really good one also. Guys, these tips are in our Dieting on a Dime cookbooks, Volume 1 and Volume 2 on sale, 25% off in the description below. And also our gluten-free, dairy-free edition right here. Easy recipes get you in and out of the kitchen quick with ingredients you already have on hand. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And by the way, that is a refill from At Home. Mike just likes to collect his Quick Trip cups.
Hey, don't judge.
Also, your brown sugars and your powdered sugars are also going to be on sale this week. Now, we had several people. Well, let's see. Joanne says, well, Mike's getting me the comments. The question says, is soda cheaper in 2 liters than bottles or cans? I don't know. You'll just have to do the math. So just go in and figure out how many ounces you get in a 12 pack of a 12 pack of soda. I don't know let's just look it up here while we're doing it real quick. I don't have my other computer, guys, so this is a little bit clunky today. Sorry about that. Let's see. Soda. So what I would do is, here's a 12 pack of soda, or 24 pack of soda. So 12 ounces a can. So you take 24 times 12, and that's 1278. So you take 1278 divided by whatever 24 by 12 is. Then you just take the liters in your 2-liter bottles, figure out how many ounces is in 2 liters, and then divide that by the price. Then you know how much, then you're comparing ounce for ounce. Okay? You have to compare ounce for ounce and pound for pound. Because now with shrinkflation, changing the packaging and all that kind of stuff. Like I noticed my pumpkin the other day, instead of being 30 ounces for the big thing, now it's 29 ounces. Well, that half an ounce isn't going to matter for you, the consumer, making a pumpkin pie, but the pumpkin company is going to be making a lot more money by cutting back on the amount of pumpkin that they put in there now. So just sit there and figure out what it's going to be. Now I would take advantage of these sales right now. Honestly, inflation is not coming down. If you think inflation is going to come down next year, if we elect a new president here in the United States, you're in la la land. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. Now, has my grocery bill gone up since all of these prices have gone up? No, they haven't. It hasn't. I am still finding some really darn tootin' good deals all the time. I got checks for $1.69 a box, I think, the other day, the name brand checks. And so that's what I was paying before. And it's the same amount of ounces, 12 ounces that I was paying before. So are prices going to go down? No, I really don't think they are. Are sales going to be slowing down? They very well could be. So right now is a great time to go ahead and stock up and get what you need, get your stockpile going. Now, a few people have been confused. You can go ahead and send me comments and questions. A few people have been confused about how to use your stockpile. So I call this my stockpile, but it's really my pantry. So I'm stockpiling my pantry. So for me, unless I get the food for free, I don't buy any food that I'm not going to already eat to stockpile my pantry. Then what I do is I just shop from my pantry when I need something. So like yesterday when we were doing cooking videos, I ran out of brown sugar. So I just ran down here, went to my brown sugar stash right there, got a thing of brown sugar, ran back upstairs, reloaded my upstairs pantry with it. Your stockpile is not separate from your pantry unless you have some like number 10 cans that'll last for 25 years or something like that. That's fine to have a few of those. But 99% of my food is just food that we eat on a regular basis. And so it's not going to really be a matter of having two different stockpiles. You're stockpiling your pantry is what you're doing, and then you're using from your pantry. Okay, I just want to make sure I get that great, or get that cleared up. Lisa says she lives in Niagara Falls and she shops in Canada every week. Yeah, I would too. Oh my goodness. We get whining Canadians almost every day. And let me tell you, Canadians, you have no sympathy for me at all. I have 2 Canadian audits coming up in the next 3 weeks. One on Saturday and then one in 2 more weeks after that. Your prices are not outrageous at all. They are so much cheaper than the United States. I was shocked with all of the hollering and whining that we get from Canadians. I was totally shocked. And I had a lady tell me that they come down here specifically to shop because they were like, oh, all the Americans are saying their prices are so much cheaper. And they got down here and they were totally surprised how much more expensive it was to shop in the United States than it was in Canada. So yeah, I think that's great that you go over the border. We know some people that would go from Norway and they would go down to Sweden once a year and stock up an 8-hour trip. And they would take their trailer and go 8 hours down to Sweden and stock up for the year. You got to do what you got to do. It was worth them staying overnight in a hotel and making the 8-hour trip. That would be like us going from here to southern Colorado to stock up on food. Well, my goodness, if I saved 50% on my grocery bill, that would definitely be worth it. So, especially in a place like Norway where their grocery prices are outrageous. Diana says in Rochester, New York, her turkeys are 58 cents a pound. Yep. Lisa says 79 cents. Beth says 39 cents in Virginia. Lisa's in Ohio. Thank you, Rebecca. I did my own acrylic nails. I'm glad you're liking those. It cost me about $1.50. I'm not quite sure how many uses I'm going to get out of the kit yet, but I paid $10 for the kit, and I'm going to get at least 4 uses out of it, maybe 5. So we'll see. So thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe 6 even. There's quite a bit of stuff in there. Suzanne, I have been binge watching lately, and your rants have hit home. She's watching her portions. I am now alternating my energy drinks with caffeine tablet and Crystal Light Stash. Very good. She said, also had a long talk with my hubby, and I feel that 90% of our marital problems would simply be solved by me working part-time instead of full-time, and we don't have kids. Very good. I actually got a really moving letter today from a gentleman named Nathaniel. And I'm going to actually read you what he said real quick. He says, hi, my name's Nathaniel. I really appreciate your live stream from November 1st. I'm 24 years old with cerebral palsy and autism, as well as a hearing impairment. Everything you described is spot on. My mom was a public school teacher for 10 years. And when I tried public school in first grade, I could not handle it. My dad stayed home for the first 7 years of my life to take me to all my doctor's appointments and physical therapy. And then mom came home and dad went back to work so my mom could homeschool me. They sacrificed a lot, but they valued their kids more than anything, and especially having special needs son. I wish more parents would be as thoughtful and understanding as my parents were and still are. Thank you for speaking up on this topic. You are not being judgmental. You are speaking the truth with passion, and I appreciate it because no one wants to talk about these issues and tell people to get it together. He said, I have never had debt, a credit card, or anything. If I can't pay cash, I don't buy it, period. I can't get enough of your rants. Keep on preaching. Thank you and have a great day. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. We got a lot of people really agreeing with us on, hey, you know what? It's about time somebody stood up for stay-at-home moms and started saying the truth, because really we had another comment and I thought that was very interesting. She said the feminists want other women to raise their kids for them. Just think about that. When you're throwing your kids into daycare because you can't race your career or anything like that, you're asking other women to raise your kids for you. But yep, that's true. Melinda says, Meyer had turkey for 55 cents a pound. Very good. Louise says, this week's at Kroger's, we had 15-ounce veggies and tomato sauce for 49 cents. I saw that. She said they also had leftover Halloween candy for 70% off. I forgot I was going to run to Walmart today to see what they had for 70% off for their Halloween stuff. I totally forgot about that. I might go in the morning. But yes, I saw that 49 cents. Wow, that's a good deal. Kim says she saved 36% on her electric bill over last month. Very good, Kim. Very good. Melinda, what was the biggest thing you did to save? So I would say the biggest thing that I did was I was a stay-at-home mom. The next biggest thing is we have never had a car payment with interest. Now, we did put $2,500 when Mike crashed our car and we didn't have the cash. We put $2,500 on our credit card, but that was 0% interest. And that was the only time we had to finance our car. But otherwise, we have never, ever, ever paid 1 penny interest to anybody for cars, ever. And people always say, oh, Tari, you're so lucky to have such a nice house. Oh, I wish I had a nice house like that. Luck has nothing to do with it. The house that we have now is because we, for almost 30 years, for 29 years now, we have never paid any interest on car payments. And all that money we saved, we were able to get a nicer house because of it. And I'm going to do another show on this, I think. But can you get into my Facebook, Mike? Oh, real quick to my personal page. And I want to read a meme that a viewer sent me today. If you can go to my messages right there. The next one over. Middle.
Your messages?
Middle. Yep, in the middle. Right
This
there.
is,
You got to
This
switch.
is putting it on. I'm not logged into you. Do you need to log out?
That's fine. Let me see if I can paraphrase it. It was something to the effect, it was a meme, and it was something to the effect of, why are we stopping eating out and not doing our nails when all we really need is to have a better paying job? It's not going to do us any good unless we get a better paying job. And I was like,
cry me a river.
Cry you a river. I was like, that is absolutely the stupidest thing you could say. And it's just plain stupid. I'm sorry. But yeah, go up just a little. It says no amount of budgeting or eating out or not eating out is going to make up for the fact that we do not make enough money anymore. Well, get your buns out there and make more money. This is not the late 1920s, 30s depression. Yeah, the economy's bad, and yeah, things are going down the toilet, but this is not the 1920s, late 20s, and 30s. Get a better job. Get a better paying job. Stop whining about it. And I told the person that sent it to me, I said, okay, so that just makes total sense. You're in a boat. The boat has a small hole and water is leaking in, but you're able to keep bailing it out at the moment. But instead of bailing out the water and trying to figure out how to plug up the hole, you're just making the hole bigger so more water comes in and you just drown faster. Seriously? Seriously, you got to stop whining about how you're not making enough money and figure out what you need to do to save money. When Mike was earning $6 an hour, we didn't just say, oh, well, we're just not making enough money, so we're going to go ahead and go out to eat anyway. No. We cut back on every single thing that we could until he found a better paying job. So this whining has just got to stop. You need to stop and figure out how to get yourself out of this mess instead of digging a deeper hole or putting a bigger hole in the boat and drowning quicker. Kim says, Hy-Vee has a ham. Buy a ham and get a turkey for free. I'm going to check out the prices and see if it's even worth it. Exactly. Good. Thank you for pointing that out, Kim. Just because something is free does not mean it's a good deal. Why? Because right here, my Albertsons ad, right here, get a free turkey if you spend $150. Well, guess what? I'm not getting this free turkey. Why? Because Albertsons is the most expensive grocery store in my town. There is not $150 worth of sale items for me to get this week to make it worth me saving $10 on a turkey. So you have to do the math and figure out if it's actually a good deal or not. A lot of people will say, oh, well, it was buy one, get one free. So what? It doesn't matter if it was buy one, get one free. If it's $8 and you buy one and get one free, so it's two for $8. So that means they're $4 each. For buy one, get one free, but they're $3.50 at another store for regular price. Well, the other stores are a better deal all around. Buy one, get one free is just a gimmick unless you actually know your prices. Ugly Jazz says $1.79 for a whole ham. Good prices. Also turkey 99 cents a pound. Good. If that's good for your area, that's not good overall in the United States. But if that's good for your area, then yes, I would stock up. Kim says butter is not on sale here. In fact, I didn't find the sales great at all. I've got a couple of other stores I'm going to check out. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what's on. I'm going to be interested to see what's on sale next week here, because really this year's ad isn't that great. It's really not. And so I'm starting to wonder, but look at this. Potatoes, $5 for 15 pounds. That's 30 cents a pound. So you better believe I'm going to be going and buying potatoes. And we're going to get some on Mike's card and my son's card also. Suzanne says, I'm working hard to reduce my energy drink consumption and will probably save $80 this month. Wow. You go, Suzanne. $80. Do you realize that's over $800 a year? That's like $900, that's almost $1,000 a year. That is great. And just think, if you multiply that over 20 years, that's $20,000 you could invest. I mean, I think that's great. You go, girl. Olympia. Guys, if you are liking these videos, could you guys give us a thumbs up and share these videos? These videos are brought to you by our Dining on a Dime cookbooks, guys. 25% off right now. Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 1 is where you want to start. Easy recipes get you in and out of the kitchen with ingredients you already have on hand that are cheap and readily available. Volume 2 is just all the recipes I couldn't fit in here. So cheap, easy recipes to get you in and out of the kitchen. Volume 1 has 1,200 recipes and tips. Volume 2 has 800 recipes and tips. And then our gluten-free, dairy-free edition, if you're gluten-free, dairy-free like me, that will help you find enjoyable food again. And our Get It Together People yearly planner, 365 days, 400 pages, is available now for you to start the new year right. You guys can see the insides of all of our books on the sales pages. We have a flip through video that shows you every page on all of our books. Olympia, Monday, she bought 32 ounces of brown sugar at Lidl. 2 for $3, so $1.50 each. Very good. Well, no, she's probably in England. So, because we don't have Lidl here, do we? In the United States?
Who is it? Oh, yeah.
Is she English?
I think she's the East Coast. I think
she's East Coast, or is she England?
Well, I thought she was on the East Coast, but I honestly can't remember. She told us like 6 months ago.
Okay. Well, if she's in the UK, yeah, that's a really good deal. That's like $1.84. That's pretty good.
Thought it was US.
All right. If you're in the US, I didn't know we had Lidl here. Crafts for Others. At our Fairway, they have it. If you spend $50 on groceries, you get a free 14-pound turkey. I don't spend that much per week and don't need a turkey that big. But for those that do, it might help. Okay. Now, that's a much better deal. But here's the thing. What I would do is spend that $50 and stock up and then just buy the turkey, cook it, and then just put it in little packets for you to eat throughout the year. I made a full Thanksgiving dinner yesterday that I filmed for our Super Easy Recipes channel. And I just took the leftovers and made my own TV dinners. That's all I do is I just take little foil packets, put them together in a pan, freeze them, and then I just put them in Ziploc bags and put them in the freezer. Let's see. South Loop River Homestead says turkeys are $1.39. I mean, that's not great, but that's not, as far as meat goes, that's good. So if that's a good price for you, I think you said you're in Nebraska. Yeah. Beauty of Autumn. You can go ahead and send me the next one. We are on our own, 2 of us, for Thanksgiving this year. Do you still think it's worth it to make a big one and freeze it? The best we have is 29 cents. I mean, if you like turkey, I love turkey, so it's worth it for me. And even if it's just Mike and I will probably do that just because I like turkey. So then I freeze it in my little packets and just break it out and put it in the oven. I freeze them in foil, put them in the oven, and then that way I just pull out a packet, put it in the oven at 350 degrees and let it bake. And then I have dinner right there for, zero work. It's not going to work. Can you hand me that up there? So yeah, I mean, I think that's, if you like turkey, then that's a great deal. But if you don't like turkey, then Nope, that's not going to work either.
Do you want me to go get you something else? Like?
That's not going to work either. Okay, sorry.
Do I need bucks?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. Sorry, guys. Having technical issues here. Just a moment. Okay. Julianne says her turkey is 49 cents. That's great. Karen says 59 cents. Very good. Guys, you guys are getting some good turkey deals. Jen says Winco is going to give a free turkey with $125. Good. Mimi says in Texas, 99 cents a pound. Wow, you guys are really getting some good deals. Kim says Walmart and Aldi have made a big deal about having sales as of November 1st. So I have noticed in my Walmart, all the Thanksgiving items are marked down at my Walmart. So I am going to be restocking what I need.
What I got.
You got Dining on a Dime cookbook, dear? Wow, I wish I had one of those, or maybe 10 or 20,000 copies.
There's 8 of them right there.
Thank you. We were moving books around before winter. The boys and Mike were really happy about having to reorganize the garages. We have to, here in Wyoming, we have to do it before winter sets. And so we move all the books from our big garage into our shipping garage, warehouse. And we have to do that before the snow flies, because if it's like last year, we won't be able to get the books across because of the snow. So even with plowing, we can't get it all the way down. So hello, Kimmy. Kim's Real Life says hamburger's going on sale right now. She's going to stock up. Yes, somebody else, I think it was Janet, said that she found hamburger for a really good deal too. I found boneless, skinless chicken breasts for $1.57. So I stocked up on those because for super easy recipes, we're going to be doing a lot of boneless, skinless chicken recipes. So I stocked up on those while I had it. Tanya's, yes, a lot of these stores won't let you stock up. Then just do what you can. So like here, if it's a limit on your card, I have Mike get one, I have me get one, I have Dave get one. And then if mom doesn't use that particular item, then I'll ask mom to use her card. And so just do what you can. Another trick on getting around that is if they're sold out, what I do is I ask for a rain check for the amount, for the maximum amount. So let's say they're out of checks. I'll say, can I get a rain check for checks? Sure. So they give me a rain check for 4 checks. And then I'll go back and see if they have it in stock again. And so then I'll get my 4 for that. And then I'll go back later and use the rain check in a couple of weeks when I need it more. Vicky says Kroger has bread for 99 cents this week. That's good, because now it's up to like $1.39 here. So yeah. Patricia, do you have a suggested price list? I do. It's in our price book. If you go to our store and type in our price book, you will see the prices that I pay in there. They aren't rock bottom prices for the United States, but they're the lowest prices that I pay. Libby Cat, thank you for joining. It's her first time. Diana paid off her mortgage last week.
Woo!
Hot dog. And she did it on a very small income. You go, girl. That is great. What we should do is start interviewing some of these people who have done that. Because people think if you're on a small income, you can't do this. And you can. Mom did it. You can do it. Shauna, hello, making sweet and sour chicken from Dining on a Dime Volume 2. That's the blue one. That is my sister-in-law's recipe. Yay, I'm so glad. Chris says nothing on sale in Missouri yet. Yep, it just depends. Denise, what size turkey for 6 adults, 6 meat eaters, 6 women moderate eaters, 10 children, 1 to 14. What size turkey stuffing amount? Oh my goodness, I have no idea. Let's see. I would probably say, let's see, you've got 12 adults. I would get the biggest turkey you can. I would say at least 20, 24 pounds probably. If you want leftovers, I would say at least 20 pounds. That way you'll have leftovers for later that evening. Like if you eat at noon, then you'll have dinner that evening. So Yeah. Stuffing amount, I don't know. I would say probably estimate 2 pieces of bread per person, 3 pieces of bread per person. I would also go to our website, Living on a Dime. We have all of those recipes on our website. They're in volume 1 on livingonadime.com. Denise is leaving for Bible study. Thank you for watching the show later when you go to watch this. Midwest Mom says she went to Kroger this afternoon and get all the loss leaders. Good job. Linda says Safeway just for you has great freebies when you accumulate the points. Good. That's great. Tanya's, I do want to get the green beans and all the fixings for green bean casserole. That is one of Mike's favorites. Lori, butter for $3 a pound last week. Limit was 3 of them. Then I would get all 3. I mean, just keep stocking up as you can. Guys, I know the stores aren't letting you stock up as much, but do what you can. Don't use the excuse, well, I can't stock up. No, do what you can. Lisa says Aldi has butter for $2.49. Diana says the same thing in New York. Vicki says later at the Kroger produce added about 10 apples in a $1 bag. She got 2 bags for $2. That is a stinking good deal. Wow. Good job on that. Vicki says she just put 2 loaves of banana bread. That's in our volume 1. If you want a moist banana bread, livingonadime.com. Go type in banana bread. The link is in there. Michael, make a note to put it in the description later. If you're listening to me, my love. Trying to moderate comments at the same time. All right. Linda got a turkey for 88 cents a pound. Good job. Wow, you guys are getting... Beth got apples for free. Lisa says in Canada, dairy products are very high. Yeah, that's because you guys regulate your dairy. So what do you expect? The more government is socialized, the higher your prices are going to be on some things like that. But, I mean, as far as grocery goes, even with your higher dairy, the grocery audit that I'm doing on Saturday for Canadian prices, I'm sorry, I have zero sympathy for Canadians. Her prices were so cheap, it's not even funny. And then we have another lady in 3 weeks that we're going to be doing same thing. I'm like, you guys have got some really stinking good deals. Lori hasn't seen turkeys on sale at all yet. Well, keep watching. They might go on sale next week. Debbie just paid 39 cents a pound in Virginia. Oh my goodness, Debbie, you win the award for the best deal so far. Robin says she loves all 3 of our cookbooks. She just got them last week. Thank you so much. Thank you. Kimberly says, I stocked up hard for 2 years while canning and drying all of our produce and meat. Now if I see a sale, I stock up on that item. I have to totally change the way I buy groceries. So thankful we were able to build my pantry before the crazy prices. Yes. Because I built my pantry before the prices went up last year, the end of last year, the beginning of this year, I probably saved $1,000 by buying them then when they were cheaper than buying them now. So at regular price. Now I'm still buying everything on sale, so my prices haven't really got up yet. But yeah, I would. All right. Hello, Mary Beth in Southeast Missouri. We were just there. Okay, Dolores. She just bought a 29-pound turkey. Wow, that's great. Linda, she's been using my 12-week stockpile list for my free cookbook. Yeah, guys, I have a stockpile ebook. Can you put the link in there, Mike, for the stockpile ebook?
Yep, I already have one.
And
it's in again.
She's been using it for a year and has a good stockpile. You go, girl. That is great. Donna, what are some of the good tasting, cheaper ground coffee? I don't know. I don't drink coffee. Guys, comment. Let me know. What's the cheaper coffees that you're drinking that you like? We just buy the Walmart Great Value, and that's what Mike drinks. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I think it's fine, but I'm not picky.
but you're not picky. Thank you for not being a coffee snob. Montana girl, how long best? The next one. Montana girl, how long past the best buy date is condensed milk or evaporated milk good for? At least a year, if not two. Well, no, canned. I was thinking boxed. Canned, 10 years probably. Just open it up. If it looks an off color, if it smells bad, then don't use it. But if it looks fine, that's probably fine. Tanya, I only have a top freezer, so I've been mindful of what I'm buying now. I found chicken from January and I got to use it, get rid of it. I did too, and I've been using it up. But you know what? It's just fine. Perfectly fine. I've been using it up for us. Paula, our turkey is 49 cents in Florida. That's great. Yeah. Amazing Grace says, I made your slow cook roast and gravy for dinner tonight. That is delicious, isn't it? Livingoutadime.com is where you guys can get the slow cooked roast recipe. Volume 1, the red volume. Right here. Slow cook roast. It's delicious. That's Mom's recipe that she... Stacy, could you give us a tour of your pantry? I actually have a video that's a full pantry tour of my stockpile room. So just type in stockpile in the search on our channel and Living on a Dime and you'll find it there. Suzanne, I 100% needed a reminder of how important my role in the home actually is. Kids are not exactly. Yeah, somebody's got to take care of the bills, the doctor's appointment, cleaning, doing the laundry, doing the grocery shopping, doing the cooking. That is a very valuable job, a very valuable job. And then people wonder why they're cranky when they get home and everybody's tired. And yeah. Nadine, feminists complain about the men of today, but a lot of these guys were raised by the feminists. Yeah. Candy, got huge boxes of brand name cereal at Walmart for the Halloween clearance for $1.23 a box. That is great. Be checking Walmart's, guys, because I got, Mike, can you hand me one of those boxes right there? The red one.
With the checks or the
red one? Yep.
This?
Well, the top.
This?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't see that bottom red one. So I got this here after Valentine's Day, 45 cents. Now, the only bad thing is I went to go make granola bars out of them, and red and white checks or red and white Rice Krispies looks really weird in granola bars. It's kind of scary. But it was 45 cents a box. Deborah says, I got large bags of potting mix for $1 at Walmart, regular $12. I did too. They had potting mix that was $19 for $5. It was 2 cubic bags. No, 5 cubic bags worth. It's compressed. For $5, I got me 30 bags because I need to refill my raised beds that are sinking now, because I knew they were going to do that because we fill the bottom with stuff to decompose and then we have to refill the top. Suzanne, I hate it when people play the luck card. Oh, and then bring Starbucks to work daily. Oh my goodness. My mouth would not be shut on that one. The whole luck card thing really makes me angry. It really makes me angry. Because I have sacrificed and I have been very diligent with the money that God has given us. And I haven't wasted it on eating out and doing my nails at the salon. I paid $1.50 to $2.50 to do these myself at home with a kit versus paying $200 a month. I asked the lady working at Walmart the other day where she got her nails done, because I thought, okay, my nails are not looking good. I need to do something about this here for the cooking videos. So I thought I'll look into it and see how much it costs. She's working as a cashier at Walmart and it's $200 a month. I'm like, no way, Jose. I'm not paying that. That's ridiculous. Good grief. I don't know why my nose is. Oh, it's my hand cream.
Do you want? Oh, yeah.
No, it's just itching. I don't know what's wrong with me. You know me. When I start talking, my nose starts itching. Who am I? Who am I lying about? RLK says your choices make your own luck. Thank you very much. That lady at Walmart. Okay, so let's just think about this here. She's spending $200 on her nails, and she makes, let's say, $15 an hour. So she, no, I would cry. Okay, I am sorry. I would absolutely cry. She has to work over 2 days, 16 to 17 hours after taxes to pay for those nails every month. I would be crying if I found that out. Especially working at Walmart. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my.
I used to work at a grocery store, and people spend 100% of their paychecks on their car payment.
100% of their paycheck just on their car payment.
I was like, why are you even working?
Well, I had one person one time, I told them, I said, do you realize that for the 5 years that you're paying for this car, if you would have bought a used car, you could have taken off an entire year of work if you would have bought a used car instead of a new one? And they were like, oh, I know, but I just want a new car. Okay. But then their job was literally making them physically ill. They ended up on disability because their job was so stressful. Chris says our Suburban has been paid off for over a decade. Very good. Very good. Very good. The personally property tax on it was $13. Wow. Turid, hello. We were just talking about you in a good way, of course. Leah made our maple glazed chicken from Dining on a Dime, Volume 1 this week. Her husband, who doesn't like white meat, loved it. She says, that is great. I am so glad. Now, you can make that with the skin or without. You can do it either way. Mary Beth, our cookbooks are awesome and a very wise investment. Thank you, Mary Beth. Our cookbooks are 25% off right now. The link is in the description below. Cindy says, Little is in Maryland. I did not know that. And Georgia and Virginia, according to Vicki and Beth. I did not know that, guys. Thank you. I thought it was just a European thing. Diane, is the price book back from the printers? So, no. The lamination got lost in the mail, so they had to resend it again. But he said it just came day before yesterday. So they should be shipped on Friday or Monday. We're hoping they'll ship them. So we should have them on Tuesday or Wednesday because they're just in Fort Collins, Colorado. As a matter of fact, I could just drive down and get them, but it would take probably only 12 hours longer to get them here. So we'll just have them ship them to us. Nancy, she bought honeysuckle white turkey at Walmart on Saturday for 50 cents a pound. Good deal. I need to go start checking my Walmart and see. Yeah. Connie. Mike, please put the new cooking YouTube channel in. Oh, our super easy recipes. Did you put the super easy recipes in there?
I've been putting it in.
Okay. Thank you, all of you who are supporting that for us. We are actually doing very well on that channel. So we are going to be actually moving a lot of our focus over to that channel because it's actually taking off. And so we're going to really be focusing on dinner recipes specifically. So thank you everyone who's supporting us on that. Olympia says her Nissan Versa is from 2009. It takes a licking but keeps on ticking. Oh, that's funny. That's good. We had a Nissan one time and I didn't like it at all. It was a Nissan, wasn't it? What was that little jobby car that I only had for like 2 months? Yeah, what you didn't like is it was a 6-speed. Yeah, I didn't like it. So there were 2 gears before you got to 10 miles an hour. Margaret says, live within your mean folks. Yeah, hello. It's just called math. And it's called getting your attitude right about the math. I'm not a big fan of budgeting. We've never, ever, ever had a budget, ever, in our entire married lives. What do? We pay God first. We're Christians. We believe that 10% of our tithes or 10% of our income should go to God to help others first. So we give 10% to God first. Then we pay our house payment. We pay our lights and electric. We pay our food. And then after that, we spend what we need. But I only buy clothes at thrift stores. I only buy shoes at thrift stores. Well, now I kind of have to buy shoes new because like the boys' feet are so big, I can't find them at thrift stores. But for 20 years, most of the kids, that's what I got was used clothes. And Mike and I also, not just the kids, Mike and I also. And so I would fix the shoes. If the sole was coming off the bottom, I would glue the sole on their shoe if we couldn't afford new shoes. I only shopped groceries when they were on sale. Our heat was turned at 65 to 68. Our AC was turned to 78 to 80, depending on how much we could afford at the time. We made sure our our insurance was low. We made sure that our cars were old cars, so we weren't paying high insurance rates or high tag rates. It's all of those things. One time we couldn't afford it and we lived in a hovel of a house. And I mean, it was nasty. I would say that I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, but I probably would wish it on my worst enemy. But it was a hovel of a house. It was awful. And that was my mistake because I rented it. This was before the internet was a big thing. I mean, we had internet, but it wasn't like it is now. This was when it first came out in 1999. I mean, the internet was out before that, but this was in 1999. And so we didn't have real estate online and all of that. And I rented it over the phone and we get there. And I mean, it was nasty. It was absolutely nasty. It still gives me nightmares. But we did it until we could get out of that to the next place. Did what I could. WW Shadow says, my auto insurance has gone up 36% in 1 year on an 18-year-old car. No accidents or tickets. Oh, my goodness. That stinks. Melinda, the more money you make, the more stuff you want. Yep, that's true. It was funny because Mike showed me a picture of the big garage when we first bought it. So the big garage has an RV parking with 3 cars on one side, and then the other side is equivalent to 3 to 4 cars. So it's a huge garage. It was, what did we figure it was? 1,500 square feet, I think.
Oh, I can't remember.
I think it's 1,500 square feet, 12 or 1,500
square feet. It can
hold
2 giant RVs.
Yeah, it can. Yeah. And we were like, oh man, how are we going to ever fill this? Well, of course, now it's totally full. Not of just junk. We've got books in there for our book inventory, but it's just funny because you see stuff like that and you're like, oh man. Brittany says, after Thanksgiving, turkeys are worth checking out too. Yes, they can be a very good deal after Thanksgiving also. Phyllis, new cast today said the credit card debt has reached $1 trillion. Wow. Yeah, you can send me the next one. Guys, if you think we're coming out of this and going back to normal, it's never going to happen.
And
this is not, our society is crumbling literally before our eyes. There is no way we are going to pull out of this. Absolutely no way. Absolutely none. And so you just have to get yourself as prepared as you can for it before it happens.
Credit cards are not backup money.
Yeah, credit is not backup money. That's for sure. Oh my goodness. Michelle, Cornish hens are on sale. 2 for $5. Good deal. Midwest mom says this year we put an extra $15,000 on our mortgage. In this economy, I'm a stay-at-home wife. Do work some in our business bookkeeping. We are debt-free outside of our mortgage. You go. That is great. Vicky, there are lots of people making well over 6 figures and still live paycheck to paycheck. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? I just am shocked when I hear people and they're saying they don't know how they're going to make it. They only make $150,000 a year. And I'm like, What is wrong with you? Kimmy from She's in Her Apron says, this week's sales stink. Hers too, Kimmy. I hope they're better next week. I don't know. Maybe we're getting to the point where the sales aren't getting to be as good. So we're really going to have to be on the ball and staying on top of it. Elaine, should we wait till closer to Thanksgiving to get a turkey? Will it be cheaper? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on that. Yeah, I don't know. They might be cheaper. Here's the thing. I would probably wait because they may not be cheaper, but if they're still the same price as they are this week, then that's still not a bad deal. 97 cents isn't a bad deal. So how many minutes per pound do you cook an unstuffed turkey? Well, Joanne, I'm glad you asked because we have the very best turkey recipe in the entire world. Do not ever use any other turkey recipe than ours because ours is moist and delicious. And so how do we do it? We don't go by per pound. We just throw that puppy in the oven at 200 degrees and cook it overnight if we're eating at noon, or we put it in the morning and let it cook all day long, slowly, until 5 or 6 o'clock at night, and you have tender, falling off the bone turkey. So don't worry about minutes or anything. Livingonadime.com, type in turkey on the search, and you will find our turkey recipe. I don't know how many videos. I don't know. We've done 5 or 6 videos at least on how to cook a turkey on Living on a Dime. Mike, we'll put a link in the description for later for that.
For what is it?
Turkey. But go read our article or watch our video on that. Jackie, how much is Cookbook Volume 1? I honestly don't know the price right now. I just know it's 25% off. So go and check livingonadime.com, click on the shop. I don't know what price they are at 25%. Sharon made our zucchini bread and added blueberries. It was so moist and delicious. Oh, yum. Thank you. The zucchini bread, for you guys wondering, is in volume 1 right there. Guys, I'm just curious. Type 1 if you're here because you just feel like it's a friendly chat and you just like chatting with us. I'm kind of curious. And then type 2 if you're here because you want to actually learn something. I'm curious what you guys think.
It's not a trick question.
It's not a trick question either. No, it's not. Gina, thank you. Oh, Gina, hello. Oh, Gina, I am so sorry. Gina says, thank you to everyone who prayed and for everything you did, Tara. My mom passed away Saturday. Oh. Sorry, I feel bad for you. Because I was there when you got the phone call. Sorry, Gina. But you said that she was a Christian, so that is great to know. Thank you for letting us know. That is one of the hard things about this job. Is you get to know people, and then friends or family will text us and let us know, or email us and let us know that they passed away. And so it's always hard. We've had several people tell us thank you because they watched our videos all the time when they were sick or whatever. So sorry. Let's see. Nancy, I got Starbucks for $3.49 at our Mennonite store. Those stores are such a blessing. Yes, they can be. Yep.
It looks like lots of ones and twos and ones and twos. I'd say it's about split.
So they're here because we're friends and they're here to learn something. Uh-oh. And Kimmy's telling me to check my texts. Oh dear. What did she text me? Do I want to know? Let me see, Kimmy. What did you say to me? Oh my. All right. Good job, Kimmy. She is packing food to leave for North Carolina tomorrow for Thanksgiving. It kills her to have to buy stuff at the higher price when she already has it. Okay. I don't think there's any identifying. No. Look at that, guys. Oops. She's got her suitcase packed. You go, Kimmy. That's funny. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Crescent, is it a 2-year frozen ham still good to cook and eat? Most likely, yes. It might have freezer burn, but it's worth cooking to see if it's edible. We had a viewer cook a 5-year-old turkey last year, and it was perfectly fine. Morgan, I have a frozen turkey from last December. Yes, definitely use it. Mita, she had a whole turkey in her upstairs freezer since last year. Yes, you guys, cook those puppies up and use them. Yes, I would. You will be fine. It's not going to give you food poisoning. Now, they might have freezer burn if your freezer defrosted, some and then kicked back on or whatever, but it's not going to give you food poisoning. So, Melissa, Tara, my daughter, Abby, and I watch every show. She's 17, and I use your show to teach her to be independent living skills. We learn so much and listen to you on your way to the grocery store, so we have your voice in our heads when we shop. Thank you. You tell your daughter, hello, Abby. I am so glad you are watching. It seems weird. I was working on next week's grocery audit along with this week's grocery audit at the same time. And the lady said the same thing. She said, I know what you're going to say about these, Tara. I already know. And I was like, I feel bad because she bought herself a treat to try. And I feel bad because I'm like, I'm not saying you shouldn't ever buy any treats, guys. I'm not saying you should never buy any treats. But if you are in hawk up to your eyeballs and you're spending $80 on soda a month, you need to cut it out. It's fine once in a while. Once in a while means, like a soda once a week or something, or even once a month. So, yeah. Suzanne, she's really excited to see the Canadian audits. Let me tell you, I could not believe the Canadian prices. I'm like, is there a Canadian entrance point out of Montana?
There's one on the west side.
We can get into Canada from there?
Yeah.
Are there any cities that would be shoppable in Canada? It might be worth a trip up there to buy groceries.
I'm not sure from our side.
I don't know. Let's see. United States and Canada map. Let's just look that up, shall we? Let's see. Can we get into any states or
the crossings are.
Let's see. Saskatchewan, it looks like.
But Calgary and
Winnipeg. Oh, well, that would still be pretty far. That'd probably be like a 3-day drive still.
It's a long way.
Oh, yeah, it's probably not worth a 3-day drive.
Towns.
I don't know. Maybe it'd be worth it for us to try to go to Canada sometime. Deborah has all 3 of our cookbooks. Thank you, Deborah. You guys, they're 25% off right now. The link is in the description below. Easy recipes to get you in and out of the kitchen. The red one is our volume 1. Start here if you don't have any. The blue one is just everything we couldn't fit into here. This is 600 pages. This is almost 500 pages. And then we have our gluten-free, dairy-free edition right here also. For those of you who are like me and are gluten-free and dairy-free. Cynthia. Oh, okay. Cynthia wins. She has turkey for 29 cents this week. Wow. If you spend $35, that's definitely worth it. Carla, she caught us live. Hello. I wanted to let you know I made the beef and broccoli and it was a hit. Yay. I think that's volume 1. Went back for seconds and she made again. She also made the banana bread. Yay. Donna, we started buying last year to hedge inflation. It has helped immensely. Yes, it has, actually. It really has. Donna, Cafe Bustelo from Aldi has less than $4 a brick, and it's absolutely delicious coffee. That is great. Thank you for letting everybody know. Dita says Kroger brand coffee is good. These are all cheap coffees that everybody says they like. Kimberly says they drink Hills Brothers. Mita Folgers. Great Value is too bitter. Oh, maybe I should try changing coffees for you. And you wouldn't have to use so much creamer.
Yeah. I'm not using that much as it is, but I would say I would be happy to try store brands from somewhere else.
I don't know. I just don't know anything about coffee. Kim says we buy Cane's at Sam's. Okay. Vanessa. Oh my goodness, Vanessa. She watched a decluttering YouTube video and they found our cookbooks. The question is, did they keep them? I don't know. Lori. Yeah, Denise says go out to your car and come back in if they have a limit. So if there's a per transaction limit, I will go through the line several times. I do exactly that. If it's a per transaction limit. They don't say how many transactions you can do. So I'm like, okay. Kimberly says Canadians are saying it's not the price, it's the taxes that are added. I would agree, but Canada has free healthcare that they got to pay for. That's why they also pay more for gas. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's a whole nother show. Oh my goodness. Okay, Kimberly.
Yeah, that's why the taxes are so high on everything. That's the thing is because we get a lot of people say we get free healthcare and it's so amazing. It's not free.
You're paying
those taxes are what's paying.
We have friends. We have personal friends who are immigrants from Canada, and they have said our income went up 25% when we came to the United States just from not paying so many taxes. Elizabeth, will potting mix be good until next spring? Oh, yeah. It'll be good 20 years from now. So don't worry about that at all. Melody, they would make cute Rice Krispie treats. Yes, my 49 cents a box Rice Krispies that I got at Valentine's Day, that's why I got them. And I will probably use them at Christmas and add some green sprinkles for treats at Christmas. Lisa, I got my nail kit at Walmart. I don't know if it's the best or not. And it does take a little bit of practice. I'm pretty good at doing my nails, though. I mean, I have a fairly steady hand. But I've had these on 10 days. And they've lasted fairly good. I just realized just now I just broke one, so I'll probably take them off tonight. But they've lasted 10 days, so that's pretty good. Mary Beth says she loves her price book. Thank you, Mary Beth. The price books will be coming in hopefully next week. Next batch, Mike. Cindy says, I have been enjoying easy candy maker recipes. Great for surprise guests. Yes, we were the first, just so everyone knows, we were the first Christmas candies post on the internet. And we were number one for probably 10 years for Christmas candies. And then everybody started seeing how we were blowing away the Christmas candies SEO market, and then they overtook us. But we were number one for Christmas candies. I love Christmas candies. Volume 1 and Volume 2 has some really great Christmas candy recipes. Kimberly, I was watching a show that said car payments are the reason the middle class never get out of the middle class. Yes, it is 100%. 100%. Credit cards and car payments. And it's your own darn tootin' fault. And college, yes. It is your own darn tootin' fault. I'm sorry, but yes. Okay, just a second while Mike's getting me the next message here. Here it is. Pamela, I don't get any notifications for super easy recipes or other YouTube channels. So just click the notification bell and make sure you click all notifications, and then that'll get it for you. Patricia bought all of your cookbooks. Thank you, Patricia. Practical and delicious recipes. Susan, how long should we stockpile for? Well, it's just up to you and how much money you have. We have probably 9 months worth of food if we were to have probably 6 or 7 people here. I would be comfortable with, I just get started. 3 to 6 months to get started for sure, just to get you through job loss or sickness. Then go up to a year. I think a year is not a bad idea at all if you have the room for it, but just do what you can. You may not have the space to do that. And if you don't, just do what you can. Elizabeth made the 2 ingredient bagels in volume 1 with her own self-rising flour, which is in volume 2, which is in self-rising flours volume 1. That is great. She said they came out great. Marianne, my dad has a 2004 Toyota minivan with 325,000 miles on it. He bought with cash. Yeah, we're looking for a new vehicle for us. And prices are finally coming down. And so we're keeping an eye out. We got to get us a 4-wheel drive something if we're going to be living here. I don't know. We're trying to decide if we want a 4-wheel drive like a Highlander or if we want a truck. I'm kind of thinking maybe we should get a truck. I don't know. I guess it just depends on what kind of a deal we find. Mita, always check the clearance shelves at Kroger, which often find bargains after holidays. Yes, yes, yes. They paid off their house, so all we have is utility and property taxes. No car payment. You go, girl. Very good. I collect cans and occasionally take all my cans if I need to go to another city to visit a friend, and I go by the metal recycling place and get my money back for gas. That's great. That is great. Karen, I have cooked turkey every imaginable way. Tara's recipe is absolutely the best, easiest way to serve and clean up afterwards. Thank you, Karen. Isn't it the best turkey recipe ever? Livingonadime.com, just type in turkey, or Living on a Dime on YouTube, just type in turkey on the search and you will find us.
Or you can look in the comments.
And Mike will put it in there. Bonnie, I don't spend any money on nails. Yeah, I don't spend a lot on nails. I probably spend $5 a year on nails. This is the first time I've ever tried the acrylics stuff. Nothing stays on my nails. Nothing. Gel polish does not stay. The first time I tried the acrylics, they only stayed 2 days. I tried putting them on a different way. Polish does not even last 12 hours on my hands. I literally wake up. I can polish them at night before bed, and by the morning, something is chipped. Polish just does not stay on my nails. Nothing stays on my nails. The press-on nails, they'll stay a couple of days, like 4 or 5 days. So when I'm doing videos, I'll put them on. But nails just don't stay on for me. Tiny Face says, I can't believe how many people in Maine buy lunch at the gas station. I know. B says, I buy a nail file and polish my nails and do myself. Yep, I do too. Amy, my former hairdresser, complained about the cost of plane tickets for vacation and used that as an excuse not to pay child support. I wonder how many hours she worked for that. Okay, that is just evil. That is just evil. I'm sorry. To not pay your child support because your plane tickets are too expensive for your vacation. That's just evil. That is just an evil person. I'm sorry. There's no excuse for that at all. Gal, I was at Kroger yesterday and heard the lady say behind me to her husband behind her, both carts had nothing but frozen dinners and junk foods. I said, there must be a great sale. She said, no. Wow. CJ's Country Life. I'm on disability and hubby lost work due to the sea. We paid off our house 2 months ago and all of our vehicles. You go, girl. That's great. And they are all used to grow our own food and make our own bread. Save a lot there. You go. That is great. Suzanne, how do you balance saving versus debt payment with high interest is getting? Let's see. So you must be in Canada, I think, and your interest rates are variable, aren't they? So I would have your savings first, at least $1,000 in savings first, and then start dumping everything you can on your credit cards. Now, if you think you may have a job loss or something, I would get 3 months worth of living expenses, minimum living expenses, house payment, utilities, food, car insurance, and then just dump everything you can on your high interest rate stuff to get it paid off. Donna, it's all setting up for what the Bible has already told us is what's going to happen. Yeah, it's very interesting. by the way, Mike, I'm going to forward this if you can share these. Maybe. Holy cow, what happened? Mom sent 2 videos that she said she liked really well, and I watched them. They're really good about how to pray for Israel and what's going on with Israel. Mike will put the link in there. I sent them. But it's very interesting because everything that's happening over in Israel, I mean, if you're a Christian, you know what's going on. You're not surprised. And what's interesting is they're talking about, how Israel needs to go away and all this. The Bible specifically says once Israel comes back, they are not going away. They're not going away. They're here to stay. I ran across that verse. Was that the verse that you were was that the Bible verse that you read me, or was that the one I found on my own? Do you remember?
Which one?
About Israel is here to stay once they come back to their nation. Once they're a nation again, they're not going to ever not be a nation again.
I read it.
Was that you that read it to me?
Yeah, I forgot which book it was.
It was.
It was around. There's Obadiah and Micah. I was in that area the other day.
Oh shoot! I can't remember where it was. Where we were. Mike had read it and he read it to me, and the Bible's very specific that once Israel has come back, so they've already come back to their land, they're not gonna not be a nation anymore. So all this hoo-ha with all of Hamas and everything, they're not gonna win. So we already know that from the Bible. So now there's gonna be a lot of skirmishes probably between now and then, but yeah. Oops, I lost my place here. Oh yeah, can you send me the next one? Yeah, Lane says the best turkey recipe ever. Thank you. I'm telling you, we have the best turkey recipe ever. I'm telling you, this is Mom's turkey recipe. It's 2 ingredients and not even 5 minutes worth of work. Like 3 minutes worth of work, maybe 2 minutes worth of work. It is that simple. And it is delicious. Suzanne, 5 kilograms of chicken legs for $14. Is that decent in Canada? I don't know. Let's see.
10 pounds.
10 pounds for $14 would be $1.40 a pound. Yeah, that's
Canadian money too.
Yeah, so you would be oh, that's really good. Holy cow, that'd be like $1.20 a pound here. Yeah, Suzanne, no, for chicken legs. For drumsticks, no, that's a normal good price for chicken legs. So 79 to 99 cents is an excellent price now for drumsticks, if that's what you're meaning. So that's not a great deal, but it's not a horrible deal either. Okay, sorry, I was thinking you were saying chicken breast, but then I saw it was chicken legs. So lots of 1s and 2s, and a third said 1 and 2, and some said 3. So we were just wondering, because we were like, I think people just come to our channel just because they just like talking to us, like we're sitting around having coffee. So maybe we just need to fix dinner, dear, and just go live. Is that what we need to do?
Yes.
Leah says King Supercells were 6 or more and save $1. Now it's 50 cents. I know. That's why you got to have your price book so that you can know for sure what your bottom stock up price is. Wow. Okay. So thank you guys so much. Elaine's here for my rants. Let's see. What should I rant on this week? What have I been ranting on this week? I don't know. I was trying to think of what I was ranting on this week. I can't remember. Chris has learned bunches. Thank you. Castle Dove, I love the way you're all so friendly and learned so much from you all. Oh, thanks. We are all terrific people. Thank you. It's funny because last night Mike and I were looking at the analytics trying to figure out what show to do today. And he's like, well, who else does lives? I'm like, I don't know anybody who does lives except Kimmy, and she doesn't really do that many lives. Hint, hint. But I mean, she's done a few, but nobody on a regular basis. I don't know anybody on a regular basis that does lives. And so then we did start doing some research and we're like, oh my goodness, we're actually killing it on lives. We just didn't know it because nobody does lives. So it's kind of funny. Paige, I'm watching you on the timing, so not quite live, but to answer my question, I watched because she loves us. Well, thank you. She wants to learn, but because we're company, please keep these live shows. Thank you. Mama B, I've been watching for years. You taught me to make soap and cook cheap and save money. Oh, thanks. Guess what I made this weekend? 20 gallons worth of hand soap. Yeah. We are going to have shampoo, body wash, hand soap and cleaning soap until we drop dead. Something got into my somehow my potassium hydroxide broke open. I don't know if it was a mouse or what. It was out in the garage. And something broke open the bottle of potassium hydroxide. And so I had to get it used up before it got too hard and I couldn't use it. So I had to make it all up. And I made soap and more soap. You guys are going to see it on Saturday's video on Super Easy Recipes, some of the leftovers of it. But oh my goodness, I made so much soap and it is really good soap. Oh my goodness. I used it on my hair. I used it to clean the tub. My tub has never sparkled so much as using that soap. It was, oh man, it was great. Suzanne, now I'm practicing portion control. I have more food than I thought. Yes, exactly. Portion control is where people lose it for food. They don't realize just how much food they're eating. And believe me, I'm right there. I know I'm overweight and it's because I just snack too much. I need to just stop snacking between meals. And that's my big problem is if I'm sitting at the computer doing stuff, I snack more than if I'm up in the house doing things like painting or gardening and stuff like that. I like to be up and active. I really hate sitting on the computer working. And so I snack a lot because of that. And I know I need to get it under control. I'm working on it, but I don't know. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm a hopeless case. Donna, cookbooks are worth every dollar you spend. The recipes will save you money and pay for the books in the wrong one. Thank you. Yes, they will. Like we had one lady, she bought volume 1 and she said her first trip to the grocery store, she saved $250 just on the first trip. They are 25% off right now, guys, in the description below. Tara, Susan wants to know how long you could eat without going to the grocery store. Oh, months. I mean, we could probably go night. If it's just Mike and Dave and I and Jack, we could probably go at least 9 months. At least. Yeah. But because I do the cooking videos and stuff, I go and get extra stuff for that. So, and I keep buying to keep my stockpile, to keep my pantry stockpiled. Pamela says, I thought I had punched all notifications. She wasn't getting notifications, but she checked and it was just personalized. Yeah, if you want to get all of our notifications, you have to go to the little notification bell and click all notifications. YouTube really is awful about that. Turid. Oh, Stormy passed away. Oh my goodness. I had not heard that, Turid. Oh, good grief. Well, that's sad. She was one of our really faithful viewers. Oh, man. Jean, I know that you recommend using bouillon, but is there one that doesn't have so much sodium? I've used this idea among others of yours and love them. I think there is low sodium bouillon cubes. I don't know. Just Google it. Let's see. Yeah. Reduced sodium bouillon. Yeah, you can get it. All right. Mita, my granddaughter has gotten a waitress job and she's been saving her money for a car, and we're going to pay cash for her first car. Good job. A 2012, not high mileage. She's 16. Good for her. You see the next one? That is great. Wow. Yeah, we actually need to get 2 cars. We need to get a car for Dave, and we need to get a 4x4 for us so we can get around, because we live in Wyoming, and if it's going to be like last year, we got stuck so many times. It was so funny. Poor Jack would wait for me to take off to see if I could get out before he went into school, and a couple of times he had to call his buddies and come push me out, push Mike out. His friends are so nice at school.
I added more sand to the truck, so now we have 500 pounds of sand.
Oh, I thought there was more in there.
Last year was only 300.
You do know the truck bed is rusting through, so we probably should be careful where we put it.
Let's live large.
It's a little large.
Jack,
yeah.
It'll be another thing for Jack and I to fix.
Nancy says, I'm an old lady who has always cooked and baked, but at this stage of life, I really love Tar's quick and easy to fix recipes now. Who had thought an old dog would want to learn new tricks? Oh, thanks, Nancy. That's so sweet. What is my favorite canned meat? Probably tuna for me. Mike likes the canned chicken. Probably. Lisa says she's gotten Idaho potatoes cheaper in Canada. I know. It's crazy, isn't it? When we lived in Idaho, the potatoes were more expensive than when we lived in Texas and got Idaho potatoes. It was nuts.
And the Washington apples were more expensive than in Texas.
Yeah, and the Washington apples were more expensive than in Texas. Does cooking oil go bad? Yes, Lori, it can go bad. You got about a year past the expiration date. Elizabeth, I have to make the poppy seed bread again. Everyone is requesting it. Oh, thanks. Lori, good idea. You can sit around and tell us about the Bible and we can talk to you. Sit around the table. Yeah. Well, you can ask us Bible questions. We will answer them. We've never stopped taking Bible questions, guys. We were just saying we're not going to focus a particular show on Bible questions. But now we're questioning if we're going to keep just focusing on the grocery audits. And so we might change back. I was giving it through December. I've got enough audits to get through to December. We're going to see how it goes through December. And I said I was going to give it through December. So that's what we're doing. And we'll see how those go. And then if not, then it's probably just, I'm out of cards for living on a dime. So it may just be hang on until we can get super easy recipes doing something. Mama B says, it is really the best turkey ever. Thank you. She loves our turkey recipe. Tanya, Zechariah 12:3-4, God says, I will make Jerusalem like an intoxicating drink that makes the nearby nations stagger when they send their armies to besiege Jerusalem and Judah. Yep. Do I ever use self-rising flour? Joanne, I do not. It is so easy. The recipe is in Dining on a Dime, Volume 1, and on our website, livingonadime.com. Goshen, hello.
Eric.
I saw your video. Did you see my crying emojis? Joanne,
for all of you who like Goshen prepping or formerly out of Goshen, Eric's in the chat right now.
We love Eric and Ashley, and the new baby is so cute. Makes me want to have another one. No, not really, but she's still cute. I'm at the grandkids stage now. Now we'll just wait for grandkids if my children ever decide. Joanne, do you ever use self-rising flour? No, I don't, because all self-rising flour is one of the biggest shams there is. All it is flour, baking powder, and salt. That's all it is. There is nothing special at all about self-rising flour. Nothing. Irene, I was able to convince my new hubby to change to reusable pods for his Keurig. Yay! Good job. That's big because he tends to be a spender. That is great. Tina says yes to the dinner chats. Yeah, I had thought about, even before we did the lives, I was like, we should just set the camera up when we're at the dinner table and just film ourselves, because we're always talking about so many things, and Michael's making wisecracks and the kids were always making wisecracks, but now, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, everybody likes the idea of sitting around and just turning on the table and talking. That's funny. Oh my goodness. Olympia, why do they pick on working people for jury duty? Well, because working people are like probably 80% of the population. So, I mean, what are they supposed to do?
You know how to get disqualified. I went in and they said, "What do you do for a living?" I said,
I'm a YouTuber.
I'm a YouTuber. They're like, "Okay, goodbye."
I can tell the world everything.
They wouldn't have wanted me anyway. I have strong opinions.
Oh, can you imagine if I went in there? Wow. I got called for jury duty once, and I told them I had a 2-year-old, and so they didn't take me. But yeah, knock on wood. Heaven forbid I be in a jury. Oh my goodness, could you guys see me on a jury? I would never make. They would never call me on a juror because I wouldn't even make it through the process.
I would like to be on a jury, just they won't take me for various reasons, and that's one of them.
Yes. Man, everybody would love to just watch me cooking dinner. Well, maybe we should just turn the camera on while I'm cooking dinner. That's funny. Have tea with Tara. Yeah, that would be funny. Gil, I'm not seeing the ads for butter on sale this Thanksgiving yet. So this week mine is for $2.99, which is a pretty decent deal. I've seen it for $2.50 this year, a little bit cheaper, so I don't know. Tina, Under the Median does coffee talks that are great. That would be interesting. You can send me the next one, Mike. Let's see. They seem like nice people. He had a really bad bike accident. I was like, okay, now I think maybe I'm convinced that we should be wearing bike helmets. Oh, that was pretty bad. Greetings from Tree Farm says I got called for jury duty once. They asked my occupation. I said a housewife. They asked how many hours I work. I said 24/7. Yeah, hello. Idiots. Goodness. Kathy says she buys at least 10 whole turkeys a year. That is great. That is great. Shelby says Tara would yell, "Get it together, people," during the screening process. Yes, I know. How many turkeys do I go through a year? I only buy 2 or 3 a year. Because really, one turkey, we don't have that many people for Thanksgiving. Well, for years, I never cooked Thanksgiving dinner. We always went out to eat because we never went out to eat the rest of the year. And so Thanksgiving was our treat to go out to eat. And the kids could get all the pizza they want at, what was the place we went? Country Buffet?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think it was Country Buffet. So the kids loved all the pizza and ice cream they could eat. So we were like, why are we going to all this work to... But that was when it cost like $7 and $6 for the kids and like $8 for us to go to eat. Now it's like $15 and $20. It's ridiculous. Donna, is it cheaper to run a nice size floor fan to help cool the house and put windows up instead of running our central air unit? Probably, yeah. Or run fans with your central air at a higher temperature. So run your central air at 78 or 80 with fans, and that might be cooler also. South Loop, Tara, some plastic bottles break from age. I had that happen with some real old shampoo. Oh, well, yeah, they were about 6 years old, so that's very possible. Maybe the bottles just broke because they were old on my side. It's one of those things where I bought this potassium hydroxide to make liquid soap and a soap paste because I just wanted to try it just for fun. And I bought it and I just never got around to it. And so, yeah. Oh, thanks, Tanya, for subscribing to my Super Easy Recipes channel. Yeah, our chicken recipe did really, really well on Saturday. So I think I have found my niche. As a matter of fact, we're getting more subscribers on Super Easy Recipes than we are on Living on a Dime. So, Mama B, honey chicken and the curry chicken and turkey are her 3 favorite recipes out of volume 1 and volume 2. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Donna, what is the best way to see how many months you have stored? Okay, so I just estimate by the food. Let's see. Mike, can you... okay, well that's... Okay, so see my flour right here? See my flour right here down in the corner? Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so how I do it is I just take calorie count. So like, let's say 2,000 calories a day. And so I just go through my food when I need to know. And I just either look at the servings or the calorie count. And then I just go by how many calories I have. And then I divide that by how many days and how many people I need. And then that's a pretty quick and easy way to do it. You can also just count. So like, let's say, you eat 1 can of tuna is 1 serving. So let's say you need 3 cans of tuna for a lunch. Okay. Because you don't have eggs or anything to stretch it. Well, okay. So then I would just add up 3 cans by 3 people and then just see how many days I have worth. 99 Midnight Gamer says, if you want to snack less, make sure you have something to drink instead of having food near. I have tried that, and it doesn't really work. I need to try with drinking water instead of, you know what? As much as I don't recommend it, do you know what helps me not snack so much? Drinking soda. Do I dare admit it? We don't buy soda.
I was going to say, when have you been drinking soda?
I don't, but when I have noticed that when we get it for whatever special occasions, like Thanksgiving or whatever, we buy it for like Thanksgiving. I mean, we drink it other times, not just on special occasions, but we don't just drink it every day all the time. But I noticed like about a month ago, when I drink a soda, I actually feel full. And so I got me some carbonated water and I tried making some homemade. My friend, remember my pantry video where my friend had the little root beer flavoring? I tried making homemade root beer flavored soda and it didn't taste very good. I must not have done it right. Well, I didn't put sugar in it because I really am not supposed to have sugar. And so that didn't work. But I think it's the carbonation that makes me feel full. So, I mean, I guess it would be worth it to spend 60 cents a day drinking 2 sodas in the afternoon and evening when I snack the worst. But I don't know. It's something to think about. Nancy, hair tied. In January, a good month to try no grocery shopping challenge. Or is that the best time to stock up on ourselves? So I don't think any month is no shopping challenge is a good month because you always find good deals. But if you don't want to do it, yeah, January is a good time to do it. But like all the after Christmas sales, I mean, you can get some really good deals on stuff. My big philosophy is if you don't need it, just don't buy it in the first place, no matter what time of year. So like, I don't just go buying stuff just to buy stuff. So so here's a good example. Last Saturday, was it 3 or 4 thrift stores? I can't remember if I went to 3 or 4 thrift stores. There was a grand opening of a new thrift store here, or an expansion on the thrift store here. So Mom and I went. Then I went to another one, and then 3. I went to 3 thrift stores. I didn't buy anything. I did not have one thing in my hand when I walked out at all. I just didn't need anything that day. And so I was looking for something particular. I was looking for some canisters that I would like to have for my kitchen that are easier to use than the ones I have. But I didn't find any, so I didn't buy anything. Debbie, how do you know if butter's gone bad? It'll have an off smell and taste to it. 99 Midnight Gamer says, I bought a used car and it was my first car and I still have it. Wow, good job. Kathy, never ever use a credit card without paying off the whole thing. Yes, I am not anti-credit card. I use credit cards, but we just pay it off every month. So we don't pay interest on our credit cards. Mary Ellen, since I was young, I've heard the rapture is near. How do we know it's soon? Well, how can you not know it's soon with everything going on? But here's the thing. Okay. So I know that for 100 years, people have been saying the rapture is soon. But now the biggest one is that Israel has come back as a nation. Israel is the only nation to be extinct and come back as its original nation with its original language. They're the only nation ever to do that. So that prophecy is like the big, big one. Now it has been, almost 80 years since that happened. And you may be saying, okay, well, how do we know now then? Well, so now we have the technology for the mark of the beast to happen. That's described in the Bible, where you can't buy or sell without getting a tattoo of some sort on your forehead or your hand, maybe a microchip, something like that. So we have that technology. We have many people talking about a world government. I can't say that word on YouTube. They will demonetize me and take off my channel. They have sent us notifications telling us that. Why are they sending us notifications telling us that? We can't talk about a world religion either, because they will take us off for that. We can't talk about a monetary system either. And all of those things are coming into place now for that to happen. It talks about in the end times where the two witnesses are going to come back to the, I think the Wailing Wall, is that where it is? And be preaching. And people are going to be laughing at them, and they're going to kill them, and they're going to be dead for 3 days, and they're going to come back to life, and the whole world is going to be watching them. Well, how is the whole world going to be watching them? Look at the technology we have now. Pretty fascinating, actually.
Did you mention, though, in Ezekiel 38,
I haven't gotten that far yet.
The nations that are coming against them?
Would you like to mention that?
Just that the nations that are, Ezekiel 38.
You can turn the camera towards you if you want.
Is an apocalyptic book or a chapter describing a battle where all these armies come against Israel, and God steps in to defend them personally. And all the nations that are currently coming against Israel, they're just becoming allies and fighting together against Israel, are the nations described in Ezekiel 38. This isn't that battle, but it just makes people who understand that think, whoa, these things are actually coming to pass in a way that, it's, Jesus said that it was coming soon, even when he was here. But I would say now, people that understand the Bible on those things would say, wow, it kind of makes the hair stand up on your arm, as you realize.
So that's the next thing, is all of the nations coming against Israel as described in Ezekiel 38. So there are lots and lots of things that tell us that it's coming close. Mary Ellen shopping and thrifting videos. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do for videos if the grocery audits don't take off by December. I'm out of tricks. So I don't know. We'll see. Kimberly, we could have a coffee talk or tea talk or whatever, as long as we're all talking. We're a support group. That's funny. Kimberly, my husband is an ex-cop, and both my grandfather and my uncle were in law enforcement with the FBI. Yeah, so I never got picked. Reported once for jury duty, and I got excused. That's funny. Let's see. You can send me the next one. Yes.
Did you just quote a verse?
Is this Ezekiel 38 about the
Somebody asked what version of the Bible you're reading from.
Well, you can pick whichever version you want. You can do King James. You can do New King James.
No, he was wondering which one you were.
I didn't quote any Bible verse.
Oh, okay, that's what I was wondering.
I just said Ezekiel 38. I think. Is that what you're talking about? I don't remember.
I just thought you said you read.
Oh no, I didn't read a verse, huh? Let's see. And I will tell you, I have a hard time because I feel like we're getting so close. I honestly have a really hard time just doing anything. And I know we're supposed to keep going on to the end, but then I get that. But I'm kind of like, my goodness, we're getting so close. Why am I painting the hallway? And stuff like that. And so I don't know. Yeah, I do have a hard time with that, I'll admit.
I sent you one last.
Sandra, I really miss your soap making videos. Thank you. Yeah, I loved making the soap, and I still have the setup in the new garage. As a matter of fact, I was going to unload all my soap making supplies in the next week or so. And I even got a new soap making stainless steel table. But the problem is living on a dime took off. I just couldn't do both. So Mary says, I did a massive grocery stock up in 2021. I've been eating a lot of it. Yep, very good. Linda, someone will need to monitor a live chat feed, and then that would be rude looking at your phone during dinner time. Yeah, that would be hard. Carissa, what does the Bible say about extended family that hates you? Well, it says that you're to be counted blessed because you're going to be hated. Christians are going to be hated in the end, especially by their family. So you're just fulfilling Bible prophecy. I think it's in Timothy is where that is. And so you should count yourself blessed. Now, it doesn't mean that you put up with bad behavior from extended family. We have cut off on both of our sides of family several family members with bad and abusive behavior. So you don't put up with abuse from them, but you do continue to pray for them and pray for their salvation. And yeah, just pray for them. So Mary, my hair is beautiful. Have you ever colored it? Thank you. Yes, I colored it for 15 years, 16, 17 years. I colored it for 17 years. And she's 63 and feel like I need to save money and stop coloring my hair. Yeah, well, even when I did it, it only cost me like $2 every 2 months to do it because I just got the cheapy $2 hair color. You can see some of my old videos. My hair's colored. Jim, that background makes me want Swiss Miss. Yeah, so that's a good deal I got after Christmas last year. I don't know if you guys remember. Or no. When did I get that? No, it wasn't Christmas. It was spring. It was in spring. So like at the end of winter, they had this, it was either 50 cents or $1 a box. I can't remember. It was really cheap for what it was. So I stocked up a whole bunch on it. Betty just found my super easy channel yesterday, and somebody else said they couldn't find the channel. Michael put the link in the description for you. Heather, I saw someone making heavy cream for use in recipes by adding butter to milk. Yes, that would actually work because all cream is just butter. So yes, that would work. Judy, it wouldn't work for whipped cream though. I mean, you could use it in place of whipping cream in like creamy dishes like what? Millionaire chicken, that type of thing, where you use cream in the chicken or my white chili, that type of thing.
What am I sharing?
Super easy recipes, please.
Oh, right.
So thank you everyone for supporting me on that channel. Judy, our grocery outlet here is selling whole Jennie-O turkeys for $7.99 with $50 purchase. Very good, yeah. Tanya, I love how Tara doesn't conform to any trend. She's so practical and it works. See, now that's almost a problem for me. You can send me the next ones. I am almost too practical. Would you say, dear?
You're pretty practical.
I'm almost too practical. Yeah. Oops. It can cause I never thought being practical could cause problems, but yeah, being too practical can cause problems, believe it or not. Water Bucket, are you able to support 2 or 3 lives here and then work on growing the super easy recipes? Not 2 or 3. We wouldn't be able to do 2 or 3. Or if you mean 2 or 3 a month, 2 or 3 a month we would, not 2 or 3 a week though. So, yeah. Heather, what about weekly encouragement videos, considering all that's going on? Yeah, that's a good idea. Carissa, glad you guys are real. From what I gather, there are many YouTubers struggling. Yeah, this is not just our problem. There are a lot of YouTubers who are really, really struggling. And we have come to a conclusion, which we're not announcing at the moment, but I have come to a conclusion. And so, well, Mike has too, but after looking at all this and everything. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to keep living on a dime going for a little bit longer. Carissa, glad you're Darlene, tell me what lasts longer, yeast in packets or in jars? Probably packets. And yes, I keep it in the refrigerator and you can freeze it. If you freeze it, I've had yeast 5 years old that was fine in the freezer. Diana, ooh, and for my Christmas candy post. Yes, we were the first Christmas candy post out there. And then people started copying us and we were nailing it for a couple of years on Christmas candies, but then Google. Country humans. Where in Wyoming do you live? How much winter has to be more than Minnesota? It's probably the same as Minnesota. It's not as bad. We're in northern Wyoming, so it's like probably the same.
20 miles from Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's probably about the same. How long do you fry bacon? I want BLTs. I just fry it until it's brown. I don't know how long it takes, actually. By the way, on Super Easy Recipes, I just put up how to fry bacon in a really easy way. I've been frying it this way for like 15 years, and this is the only way I fry bacon now. I did it in the oven for a while, and I didn't like it very well, so I went back to it. But Connie, sell some soap in the boutiques in Deadwood. I know. Telling you, working vacation. There you go. Diana, thank you for always a Wednesday night show. They are such a highlight. Oh, thanks. I am so glad they are a highlight for you. Okay, let's see. Do we have anything else, dear?
I could send you a few more if you want. We're kind of running out.
How long is the past best by date on butter? Oh yeah, you can eat it February. Oh yeah, you can eat it. Yeah. A lot of YouTubers that don't have content anymore. Yeah, it's YouTube is a problem. What kind of problems does being too practical cause? Not having enough fun. Always so focused on now that you can't see into the future. Not being able to relax. Let's see. What other problems for me being too practical causes?
Also kind of like not being too spontaneous either.
Yeah, I don't like being spontaneous. Well, I do and I don't. So like when my daughter just shows up at my front door to surprise us, she doesn't live here. She lives several hours away. And so like she'll just show up and not tell us just for fun. That doesn't bother me. Like spontaneous like that doesn't bother me. Like if friends or family just show up, that doesn't bother me. But I'm not spontaneous in like what? Like, oh, let's just go to the park or something. So, yeah, that's part of it. I don't know. Go ahead, dear. Air all my dirty laundry. Let them know I'm not perfect.
No capacity for fantasy, adventure, science fiction movies.
I have zero capacity for fantasy except for gnomes.
No fantasy movies.
No. Yeah. I don't. Well, no, I like Snow Globe.
If it doesn't
that's a tradition.
Well, that's like a
Christmas movie.
Chick flick, yeah. Well,
yeah, I can't stand like Lord of the Rings or anything like that.
Mission Impossible.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like I'll watch the other movies with her, but she won't watch those movies with me.
I'm sorry. I'm doing better.
On that?
Well, as far as
you say you have kids, take them.
Well, no, but okay. I just feel like it's a huge waste of money to spend $15 on a ticket going to a movie that the kids will want to watch and not me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, although I haven't been watching many of them in the movie theater anymore.
Yeah, he hasn't gone to the movies very much.
Too much political stuff.
I read a lot. I read Grace Livingston Hill a lot, and I like her. Jenna, dumb question. I was hoping to make your maple glazed chicken, and I got maple syrup out of the cupboard, and it had a layer of mold on top. Ooh, no, I would throw it away. I don't know if it's like honey. I wouldn't eat it if it had mold. Aw, Heather says, thank you for the help, Mike and Tara. You guys are so good to us. Oh, that was my Lexdicius kicking in there. Sorry about that. Jay Moore, YouTuber with 500,000 subs, is emailing people that signed up for his homestead website asking for $1. People called him out on it and getting snarky in his replies. He never responds to people. So here's the thing, guys. Our income has dropped 60% this year. So I can understand why he's doing that. We're still paying our bills, and everything. But, we were talking about doing a membership site. And I said, I don't think people would sign up for a membership site. So, yeah.
What do you read?
I answered that one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Kathy says maple syrup has to be refrigerated after opening, but out of Goshen prepping says just scrape off the mold, it'll be fine. I don't know. I would trust out of Goshen. They've probably had a whole lot more maple syrup than I ever had. I don't even like maple syrup, believe it or not. I like it on the chicken. I like it on the maple glazed chicken, but like I don't like maple donuts and I don't like maple syrup on my pancakes or anything. How to store breadcrumbs? I just store them in a bag. You can put them in the fridge or freezer if you need to, but you know, depends on how long you use them. Well, Dennis says, well, then you're going to have to work on those practical problems. Loosen up. Go out with Mike and have some fun. Yeah, I don't have fun. I don't know how to have fun. Part of the reason why I don't have fun is because I get worn out. And so I have other things that I need to do. So having fun is not worth the energy outtake.
Fun will commence now.
Yeah. Yeah, Patreon didn't work for us, but yeah, a lot of YouTubers do have Patreon.
For those of you who like Star Trek Voyager, Jack and I joke around at times when that mom is a lot like 7 of 9 in terms of her.
What's the big saying I always say? That was adequate.
Yes.
What's the other one? There's another one she does too.
Well, I know the other day she said, fun will now commence.
Oh, yeah. Fun will now commence. That's me. Yeah.
Yes, Bonnie, we like 30 through 50s movies as well.
Yeah, we watch the old time movies too because they're clean. We try to only watch clean movies, and if there's two guys macking on each other, we will just turn it off right then and won't ever watch that channel again. I don't put up with that baloney, brother. All right, guys, 25% off Dining on a Dime Volume 1 and Volume 2. The links are in the description below. 1,200 recipes and tips to get you in and out of the kitchen in Volume 1 and 800 recipes and tips. Easy recipes with ingredients you already have on hand. Our Dining on a Dime cookbook for gluten-free, dairy-free people like me. You can eat good food that doesn't taste like sand using my gluten-free recipes. I've tested them. They taste delicious. I do have a gluten-free channel also if anyone would like to check it. I would like to see a life advice show. People need that direction. Yeah, except that I'm not sure that we're very good at giving advice on some things. I mean, I'm happy to give my advice on what I know, but like, I don't know that we should be doing things like, I don't know. Anyway. There's cheap fun to be found, especially if you like the great outdoors. Yeah. I just don't know how to have fun. A lot of these things just suck the life out of me, so it's not fun for me. Yeah, new movies are pretty bad. Yeah, no kidding, Jay Moore. My goodness, it's awful. What's Tara's cooking channel? It's called Super Easy Recipes. Michael put in there. Cat lover, Tara, we are so much alike. My husband always tells me, lighten up. I thought I did. Yeah. Connie, expand your presence to include the 100-mile radius of the Black Hills. You would love the vacation time and reach out to local boutiques. Yes. Yeah. Probably. Am I depressed? Huh. Yeah. I've been depressed my entire life. I don't know that I've ever not been depressed. So I'm sure that's probably part of my problem. But I mean, it's just part of my life. I have Roku and tried Pluto, and they're getting ads for abortion. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? You're getting ads for abortion? That is awful. Oh my goodness. What? That is just disgusting. Wow. I can't even imagine. I just can't even imagine. That's wow. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Anything here? Let me refresh here. I don't know why mine's not showing the.
To me, it seems like you're done. I mean, it seems like darn it.
Okay. Ohio just passed issue 1. I don't know what that is, Michelle, and I probably don't want to know. So, guys, visit us at Living What Happened.
Wait, Eric says you're depressed because you don't watch Mission Impossible movies. I'm with you, Eric.
Eric
I think
says
that is the problem.
I'm depressed because I watch Mission Impossible movies. No.
Tom Cruise is clean. All right.
He was flying in a helicopter into a tunnel with a train coming at them. That is not realistic. That's not realistic. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work that way. I know. Hey.
But it is realistic that somebody gets stuck in Candy Cane, Pennsylvania.
In a snow globe?
Her name is Holly, and her dad has a business with lots of small people that make toys.
And his name is Nick?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's right. Okay, so I do unrealistic fantasy, I guess. But I don't know.
Selective of your.
I'm very selective of my. I don't know. I'm a hopeless cause, guys. I'm a hopeless cause. Sorry. Well, was Mission Impossible before or after we got married?
I think it was right after we got married.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. That's not an excuse then. I was going to say, you were warned if it was before, but if it was after.
Yeah, you sprung that on me after we were married.
Well, that's what you get for marrying somebody you only know 6 months. Tanya, is Penny Pinch and Mama not for sale anymore? The ebook is, just not the print book. The ebook is. Hair tight. I don't watch a movie for realism. Well, I do and I don't. I don't like watching depressing movies. Life is depressing enough as it is. So I like movies with happy endings. So I do watch that a lot. We watch a lot of murder mysteries.
Yeah.
You like murder mysteries. We've been watching 9 months of murder mysteries. Can I have 3 months of Christmas movies?
What do you mean 9 months of murder mysteries?
Yes, we have.
We started watching Christmas movies in July.
Oh, we did not. We watched like one. Oh my word. We watch old movies, and murder mysteries is a lot of what we do.
Murder mysteries like Monk and Poirot and stuff like that.
Columbo and
Psych.
Yep, and Psych. All right, guys, livingonadime.com. Please visit us at our website, and thank you for supporting us, and we will see you guys next time. Have a good night.